That man is a product of a poor environment. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. I can prove it.
Of course there's something wrong with him. He's a Negro.
Good evening, America, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Michael McDonald, and like any other American, I believe in American values. Traditional values, like freedom of speech, free market, Jesus. One thing I know is that these gas prices right now are outside of the will of God. So I'm urging all of you, from America's heartland to our urban economic centers, get these the out of office. We have our own resources, and if this is what it takes to prevent this from happening, I'm with it. I'm Michael McDonald, and I approve this message. The mic drop. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Big Mic Drop. On the fly episode, man. It's good to have y'all in here this Sunday. We already got Gail at Night. Shout out to Gail at Night in the building, man. What's happening? Gail is part of my inspiration today. I mean, we woke up this morning, man. We had like a good 3-hour conversation on Noble's channel, The World Class. Y'all get over there and check out The World Class, man. Noble dropping straight knowledge, dropping jewels, real value proposition over there. So y'all definitely go check my man Noble out. Like I said, it was a little bit on the fly today, but I feel like it's some things that we need to discuss. But before we do, I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. We got that guy in the building. I really appreciate y'all for, supporting the show and getting in the comments, man, and keeping your boy going, because sometimes it gets hard to talk up here. And whatever. This isn't my therapy session, so we'll do that later. But I want to tell a quick story before we get started. And it's very pertinent to the Kanye and Kim Kardashian little thing. And I'm not, typically a Hollywood guy or what's going on in Hollywood, but it's something really sinister going on right now. It's something sinister going on right now with the whole Kanye West narrative. And I just have a few questions. I don't know if y'all are familiar with what's going on between Kanye and DL Hughley. We're going to talk about those tweets. We're going to pull up those tweets from Kanye West, talking about DL Hughley and just kind of clapping back at him. Then DL Hughley clapping back at Kanye West. And I start asking these questions. Why is this so acceptable for people to kick a black man while he's down like this? Why is it like socially acceptable to, so openly bully somebody about their mental health? And we're going to get into it. It's a whole litany of things. But before I get started, I went to the county dump last week. I had some trash in the yard. I got out and I cleaned up the yard real good, getting ready for the yard man to start coming around because the grass is starting to grow. Anyway, long story short, I wound up having to go to the trash dump. So I filled the truck up, went out to the trash dump, and this dude came out to me and he said he didn't have a credit card, but he had cash. So there you have to pay credit card. They don't accept cash. So he asked if I could use my credit card and he would pay me the cash. I didn't see a problem with it. It was a brother. Sure thing. Let's do it, bro. Let me put these on, man. I feel a little more comfortable with these on today. Yeah, there we go, man. We're going to go back old school style. Yeah. Sorry about the reflection, but, it is what it is. Well, anyway, I said, okay, cool, bro. I'll take care of it for you. You just pay me back in cash. He actually paid for mine as well. So we were getting back to the other way station to where we had to pay to get out. And the white lady was giving the man trouble. He was trying to flam her. And so she was pushing back real heavy. So I came up. I'm like, what's the problem? I take care of it, whatnot. He's supposed to pay me, whatever. Anyway, he had concocted this whole story about how I'm his boss. He didn't know my name. And it was just a flim flam all the way around. Come to find out, dude was trying to save money. But he said something that was real interesting to me. And it's just funny as hell. And every time I think about it, I laugh. So we're up at the little window, the lady's behind the glass. I mean, she's an old, big lady, white lady, with little oxygen tubes in her. She shouldn't be working. And, you know, she's naturally ornery and upset. So there were these two figurines of angels, you know, white lady, blonde hair, dress, big wings, and American flags around it. So this a hood dude too, man. Old cat braids in his hair, you know, Lokes on. He looked at me. He pointed. He like, hey, man, they always trying to make a white woman into an angel. Man, I died laughing, man. That shit was so funny to me. And I started thinking about this, and this is no offense to my white sisters out there. I got white sisters out there, man, that you know what I'm saying, white chicks that I'm cool with, man. We friends. But this is no offense to you. But it is funny the way that white women are portrayed in society as, you know, basically angels, pure as the driven snow. And you're seeing this in the Kanye West, Kim Kardashian situation heavy. And I just kind of want to talk about it, man. I want to talk about it, even to the point to where black chicks are like going to bat for Kim Kardashian over Kanye West. Now let's just keep in mind, this man has literally done nothing to her physically. He hasn't done anything to Pete physically. Kanye West is just talking. He's talking and buying trucks of roses and things like that. So he has not physically done anything to date that we know of to either of these people. Just talking. So how's he starting to get this image, this negative image? Kanye West. Now, Kanye West has always been controversial. Barack Obama called him a jackass. That's like the pot calling the kettle black, but that's another fucking story. So he's always had some kind of controversy, in the world, in the United States especially. But notice that his controversy is always surrounded with the race issue. George Bush don't like black people. Those who remember that. And these are some key Kanye West moments and things that he said. Taylor Swift. Beyonce had the best album of the year, and he goes up on Taylor Swift's little shit. Everybody goes crazy because, everybody just loves Taylor Swift. What the fuck ever. Anyway, now Kim Kardashian and Donald Trump. So everything that Kanye West has done for us to label him crazy has surrounded the race issue and things that he may do to offend people of the opposite race. And I think this is yet another one of those situations. So we're going to get into it tonight. I'm going to take my time tonight, but I did want to, frame what I think about this Kanye West situation and just get it put out here, in the open. Let's get it put out here in the open and let's talk about it. So the major question I have in this whole situation, why is nobody discussing Kim's mental health? Kim Kardashian is the one that is totally broken character in this situation. Everybody knows Kim likes black dick. So where Pete come from? Is she having some kind of postpartum depression? That's my question tonight. And I want y'all to call in and let me know. Is Kim really the one suffering from mental illness right now? And Kanye's just fine. 515-605-9708. 515-605-9708. I feel like I need some energy. Put a refrigerator right next to my shit. Red Bull it up. Cheers. Is Kim really the one suffering from mental illness? Give me 1 second, okay? I'm going to get off camera for 1 second. There we go. Much better. Much better. Believe it or not, my big 6'6" ass has to get a pillow to sit up high enough to see over the camera. All right, we got some action here in the comments, man. Let's slow it down. Let's see what's going on with the comments. Pete is like 28. Surely she is not taking Pete seriously. So she can't switch it up because Black Dick wasn't what treated her well. I'm not saying she can't switch it up. All I'm saying is nobody has questioned her because she's the one who's totally broke character. Nobody's questioned her. All right, we got somebody on the line already. 251, who we got on the line? Big Mike drop.
This is Dave Murray. What's going on, Super Dave?
Super Dave in the building. What's poppin', Dave?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Actually cleaning, but I wanted to check out your podcast on this one.
Yes, appreciate you.
My personal, it looks like Kanye is putting out a lot of his personal grievances out online. And just like I said, for public opinion, to, sway one way or another.
Right.
Kim's been kind of quiet. So I think she's playing it right, which is, I'm not going to say nothing. It could be a lot of dirt that Kim has done, and Kanye this is his final straw that broke the camel's back.
Right.
So she's, as it were, when you're dealing with divorces, or me when I had to do with custody stuff, it's best to be quiet as much as possible and then present evidence. So we can be dealing with that. And Kanye's just like, all right, I don't have enough evidence on this woman. She can take all my kids. She can get half my check. She can break all the prenup stuff and all the legal stuff because, hey, she got all these receipts on me.
Right.
Just something to think about.
Right. I mean, no telling what was going on. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for telling us that and bringing that to perspective. There's no, I'm sure there's a lot going on in the background that we're not privy to see. But what's going on in public and what's playing out in public is she's the one that's, like I said, she's totally broken character. She's totally gone the total left direction. Now, one thing about it, she didn't have kids before she got with Kanye West. Nobody's talked about if this woman is going through a mental breakdown, whether she has some kind of postpartum depression. None of this stuff has been discussed with her. And she's the one that's kind of wilding out, in my opinion. Letting the kid get on TikTok when her father clearly says no. Just this defiance. It's very passive aggressive.
Right. I agree on that where there should be co-parenting to an extent. But you got to think, Kim Kardashian, I mean, we know how she started. And you got to think, she's kind of technically a brand. So when in doubt, just like LeBron James trying to bring Bronny up, when you want your kids to be the next brand, the next money, it's a sad case, but this is the world we live in. If I get money off of Northwest, hey, what's the problem? It's part of business. It's part of our entertainment.
Right.
Our desire to know people's backgrounds and how they live and how they eat. Look how the whole family eating right now off of one person.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't think she's out of line. I think Ye just someone needs to get in his ear and be a good person and say, listen, man, get off of Facebook, get off of Instagram. You got to battle the courts. And if the court thinks you're wilding out as a parent, I can tell you this, me having to go for custody, they're going to give her everything and then some. He's already in California, which is she's going to file in California.
Right.
Kanye already said she's already pursuing to try to be a lawyer herself.
Right.
So she's already getting herself together.
Well, I had that question at one time, Dave.
$6 billion man.
I had that question at one time because when she started pursuing the law degree so late in life, when she wasn't really known to be a brain, you know what I mean? It was kind of a shock. But was she really plotting on how she was going to take Ye for everything he was worth then? Was that really the real reason she got in the law under the guise of, I'm helping black men get out of prison, which she did help a few dudes get out of prison, So
that is true.
Hey, we got 402 on the line with us, Dave. So go ahead. I'm sorry. We got 402 that just joined us. Who we got in the building, in the queue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got the guy in the building. What's happening, man? Hey, the guy,
Man.
Super Dave, the guy.
Yeah. How you doing? I'm listening. That's just my personal say. Coming from a person that had to fight cousin for his own kid, and especially I had a friend of mine that when he got divorced in Alabama, and they got married in California, she used the California rules on him.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it may be one of those situations where she's lawyered up. Kanye's not. He just spending money. He may be $1 billion person, great, but with the right lawyers, and my brother said, with the right lawyers, anything can happen.
Hold that thought.
Well,
Corman, what's on your mind? Let's
from
hear it.
what
Let's hear it.
From what I've seen, and I'm just going by from what I've seen, and what he said, what Kanye West has said. I don't know if y'all remember, she was trying to get him. Remember when she was trying to get him to the courts or whoever they was trying to say Kanye West was crazy, trying to get him admitted.
Right. Yeah, I remember that when he was on the presidential campaign, she was actually had people trying to chase him down to commit him.
All right, that ain't stopped.
I think you're hurting a brand. So, I hate to interrupt. You're hurting a brand. We got to think the Kardashian is a brand. Yeezy. Ye has certain moments where you could say, well, he has. Good example, Britney Spears. She had one bad year, and how long did it take for her to finally get her money? Until she was like 40?
Right.
Because her dad had it, saying she was crazy to this point?
Right.
Right. Well, I was saying that because I'm saying that to tie in something else too. Now y'all know Pete just released those text messages between him and Kanye.
Yeah, I was gonna get into those. Yes.
Yeah. Now, why would you do that if you weren't trying to provoke a man when you know this man loves it, you know how this man feels about his kids, and saying all this in front of everybody publicly?
Right.
I really commend Kanye West for not even taking the bait, because that's all this was debate.
Right.
Inviting this man to come, talking about some, hey, I'm gonna be at such and such a place. See me if you got a problem.
Oh yeah.
If Kanye West plays cards right. This the time he needs to be quiet. Don't say nothing else, because his actions right here, from this point on, is gonna be the determining factor.
Right.
What I believe, I'm gonna tell you what Kanye West's worst problem is: the fact that he hadn't been out here in the streets and know how the streets really work for real. You know, he's been sheltered all his life, pretty much. Been under the been in Hollywood, pretty much.
Right.
So he don't understand the politics of how the real world works. So he only is acting out in the way he know that works. So if he just be quiet, I think he can make something. Go ahead.
Then go ahead, Super Dave. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first of all, he's been in entertainment for over 15 years or better, right? Since 2002 Blueprint album.
Right.
Was it 2002 Blueprint album? But he's been in entertainment, so he's been around lawyers. It isn't like he doesn't have a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? It isn't like he's not around people that isn't. I think he's around enough yes men other than someone that's keeping it real with him. Like I said before, since his mom has died, he hasn't really been 100% mentally. Right. I think he doesn't have the right team around him, like the right person around you. No matter how much money you got and how much fame you have, without the right people around you, it can all falter. That's why I said. That's why it's. If Kim's playing it right, which I think she's trying to do, is she's saying this guy's stalking me. I don't want to be involved with this. I'm breaking off whatever. He's out there with 2 different women already. I'm just with this one guy. This one guy's putting out videos talking about in Twitter tweets saying he's going to do physical harm to the person I'm talking to. How long can I keep living like this? I feel threatened.
I mean,
if you're a $6 billion person.
Now, see, this is where that going left right there. Pete Davidson said, "Hey, man, I'm in the bed with your wife."
Yeah. Hey,
He's
man,
saying
Pete.
Stuff that
Let me
I
read
don't
this.
care who you is.
Let me read this. And keep
Okay,
in
go ahead.
mind, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are still married. Everything is not finalized
That's
yet.
correct.
They are still
Until
married
it's finalized.
until it's finalized, just like anybody else. So she's been declared single because a judge who's actually a magistrate just said you single right now, but we still got to work out all the details. But just keep in mind, Pete Davidson, this is on page 6. This is by Emily Selick. This was written today. Pete Davidson defends amazing Kim Kardashian in text to pussy Kanye West. So it says, happy to see you're out of hospital and rehab. Same here. It wonders what those places do when you get help. You should try it. I'm in LA for the day if you want to stop being a little internet bitch boy and talk. This is Pete Davidson to Kanye West. So Pete Davidson wants Kanye West to grow the fuck up. He hits him up. Yo, it's Skeet.
I got no problem with that. You can't keep getting bullied all the time. Sometimes you gotta punch someone in the mouth.
How you the bully? How
That's
you
my
getting
opinion.
bullied and you fucking this nigga wife? This is my whole question. Like, what does a wife mean in today's day and time? Like,
the husband, here's what I said. I hear what you're saying completely, but isn't this man on a second relationship right now?
nah, that man ain't on no relationship, man. That man just smashing hoes, man. We know what time it is.
He's
Dave. Come on,
smashing
Dave.
broads. So
Dave.
when it's out, guess what? She says fair play. I'm smashing somebody. Tick for tack.
Yeah, but you got my kids.
And I can tell you, when it comes down to the court, it ain't going to make a difference. I can promise you that. That who you dealing with is only going to say, all right, what's your record with this so-and-so? Unless Pete Davidson has some criminal record, it ain't going to make a difference.
It's not.
If the chick he's messing around with got a criminal record, it ain't going to make a difference. It's tick for tack. It's like pity pat files. That's all they're doing right now.
So
he just needs somebody around him to say, hey, get off internet. You got a custody battle you got to fight. And you're in California with this amount of money. You can get the best lawyers, but it's going to hurt. Remember, OJ got away with something, but what he had the best lawyers.
I get it, but what I'm saying too, Dave, is we keep centering Kanye in this notorious light. And the man has really done nothing but talk about the motherfucker that's fucking your wife. There's so many other things you could do to a person that's fucking your wife than just talk about. Pete can't claim bullying on this. You just can't claim bullying on this.
No, not after this point anyway.
You can't claim bullying.
Not after you put out.
Let me continue. Here's another text from Pete Davidson. Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't got to be like this. The comedian texted West in screenshot shared by Saturday Night Live guest writer Dave Cyrus on Sunday. So you got a guest writer sharing text messages. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met, which is a fucking lie. What does she do for those kids? What she does for those kids is amazing. And you're so fucking lucky she's your kid's mom, he continued. I've decided I'm not going to let you treat us this way anymore. And I'm done being quiet. Grow the fuck up. Nigga, you're just not finna hit me up like that, bro. I'm sorry. Like Kanye West is actually exercising a great deal of cool and restraint right now, bro. That's why I'm not really going with the mental illness thing. They're trying to set Kanye up for something.
They trying to. If Kanye take this bait, he gonna lose. Period.
I think.
Yeah, Kanye takes this bait, but I think the first shot is that video he did. That's the first shot. At some point, you're like, and you're putting out tweets of you. What's that? Mama's boy, baby boy. Where dude says I'm gonna put you in a headlock. At some point, you're like, all right, man, I gotta start doing something else. because he's not getting it. He ain't talking to him. If him and Pete were so cool, why they ain't talk man to man?
I mean, you don't like. It's not no man to man when you talk about my wife and 4 kids.
I hear what you're saying.
It ain't no man to man.
So
Like it ain't no man to man. That's what I'm saying. Ye is really moving the right way. He hasn't done anything physically to these people.
that is correct.
Nothing.
And I hope it stay that way because they want him to act out of character. Oh, they waiting on it.
Yeah.
And he looked like he's an easy target.
Yeah.
You got to think you're still dealing you're dealing with a lawyer. At the end of the day, you're still dealing with a person that's getting their law degree, that's using California laws, and they're going to use. As long as you keep putting out videos and tweets every day, guess what? There ain't nothing but evidence stacked up against you day by day.
Hey, I'm not done. I'm not done. According to screenshots, which page 6 can confirm are real, West then asked, "Oh, you using profanity now? Where are you right now?" Davidson clapped back with a selfie of himself shirtless under the covers, adding, "In bed with your wife." In bed with your wife. Does this sound like a nigga that's being bullied?
That's the part that right now.
We got 716. We got 716 coming in the building. 716, who we got on the Big Mike drop?
Yo, salute Big Mike, man. It's Mike, man, from Buffalo. You heard?
Mike, what's happening, man? Welcome to the show. Salute.
Salute, man. How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we doing good, man.
All right.
Word, man. Yo, I was just talking about this earlier, man. When I heard Kanye when I heard him this morning, right, when he was saying what he was saying, I had to think about it, because I've been there, unfortunately, going through that, as a father. And, the fathers, we don't get no respect. And I had to think about, like, right, I looked at my situation, I looked at their situation. I'm like, yo, Kim if she don't like Kanye no more, right, she got enough money to where she don't even got to deal with him.
Right.
But see, that's not what it is. She wants to hurt him.
Right.
So what they do, and dudes do it too, but it's a woman's thing. So when a dude do it, it's way worse because it's a woman's thing. The woman wants to break the bond between the man and the child. So, they get these situations, and I seen, like, I don't know if it was real, the text message shit, right?
Right.
Yo, that dude Pete Davidson, man, is a straight sucker. Yo, for real, Kanye. Yo, listen, I don't care what nobody do. Yo, if my ex with somebody, cool. That's their business. It's not my problem no more. That's on you. But don't get involved. I do too much. Don't get involved with what I do with my children. I don't care what you and her got going on. When you talk about, she a good mom. I don't need you to tell me she a good mom. Like, I don't even want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to you. We got to raise these children. That's it. If we got to talk about the children, we got to talk about the children. Yo, Pete Davidson is a sucker. He represents everything that's wrong with these other suckers, these other beta male type sucker dudes. You know what I'm saying? And, Kim Kardashian, you know what I'm saying? It goes back to the real. Like, what is she famous for? You know what I'm saying? So, are we not jacking her or Pete Davidson? Kanye ain't did nothing wrong. For real. He got enough money to where he could really hurt this dude and take the charge, man. For real.
Exactly.
If dude keep playing.
Exactly. If he wanted to. Man, we appreciate your call, big dog.
Right. Hey, man, y'all salute. Y'all have a good one, man.
Salute. You too, Mike, man. Mike in the building. Coming through, dropping bombs. Pete Davidson is a sucker, and I quote Mike from Buffalo. So he said he brought up a couple of good points on there, though, man. Like, literally, man, it's certain things that you shouldn't be doing if you the other dude and you just stepped in on some ill shit like Pete Davidson came in on. And I'm gonna tell you something that's so fucked up and so telling about the whole thing, right? When Kanye asked, "Where are you right now?" what was Pete's response? In bed with your wife. That motherfucker knows she's still married, and she knows she's still married. He wouldn't have called her. If you see what I'm saying? If she was all single and
Right.
everything was good to go, why would Pete Davidson say this in bed with your wife? See, Pete is depending on the narrative that Kanye West is crazy to white people, because that's the only thing, that's the only reason we've labeled Kanye West crazy. Think about this. Why did Kanye West have this stigma of being mentally ill?
Because scared he didn't stick into the regular norm.
He said something
He
about
say
white
what's on his
people.
mind.
He said something about white people or did something to white people. When he said about George Bush, what he did to Taylor Swift, you see what I'm saying? The interactions with Donald Trump, what he's doing to Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, it all boils down to one thing. This man will lash out, will tell the truth about the situation in race relations in this country. And they use that against him. But we're going to talk about something else though, because I want to get on this situation with DL Hughley, and I don't want to catch a copyright violation, but DL Hughley said something about Kanye West on DJ Vlad's show of all places. And that's what I'm saying. We're getting a little too comfortable with talking about Kanye in a negative light, especially in white spaces.
Yeah, DJ Vlad has already been called out before for a couple of things. Like, two people used, I think Feds on 2 interviews, uses interviews on a couple of rappers about certain crimes.
Right.
And they came and got them.
Right.
With the Louis Farrakhan is the most famous one by
Yes.
DJ Vlad, which I think Royce 5'9" says, why does Louis Farrakhan has to respond to you? Who are you? Like,
Correct.
Like, you're just an interviewer.
Correct.
Like, at the end of the day, you're just an interviewer. You don't. There's no. You're critiquing the culture,
Right.
but you're not a mover of the culture.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Vlad has, in for all intent purposes, become a vulture of the culture. Is that fair to say?
Right.
And so he has DL Hughley on there, and I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. Maybe you think I'll catch a copyright if I just do the audio?
Yeah, Bland is very
Yeah, I'm sure he
big
real.
on.
Yeah, I'm sure he real sensitive and
He
pussy
said
about the
that.
situation. Yeah.
You might just have to say it straight.
What's going on? What's going on? What's this? What is this?
You talking about me?
Yeah, is there something going on in the background?
Oh, that's me.
Wasn't me.
I stop.
Oh,
That's me. That's me. That's me.
I'm like, man, what you doing? It sound like you
I'm
washing
trying
dishes.
to multitask.
Yeah, it sound like you washing dishes, man.
I am. Actually, I had crawfish yesterday.
Hey,
Still cleaning up.
hey, speaking of dishes, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. Black people, we've been so conditioned to not use a dishwasher that I got a brand new dishwasher, dude. I just started using it like last week. We've had it like over a year.
I feel you. When I bought my house, that was the first thing I used.
Hey, man,
I was like, nope.
I've
we at my
been
house.
using it ever since. But literally, it's literally been a week, man. I've broken a habit that's lasted for 40 plus years, and that's actually getting to use a
I don't know
dishwasher.
about like that might be just at your house. I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one because I know.
No, he right now. My parents ain't used a dishwasher yet. It's just a decoration.
Once again, that might be at both of you all's house. I can't agree with that one right there.
So
No.
So
Everywhere
basically,
I've been in around that had a dishwasher, people use it. I can't agree with that one.
oh no, we ain't using that shit, bro. Like I mean, my mom was like, "Yeah, we got a dishwasher. You ain't finna use it. It used too much water." Like you ain't know what you gonna do? Argue with that? You see what I'm saying? So let's get to this. Let's get to this DL Hughley, man, because this is the dude that actually really pissed me all the way off, man. And I thought it was suspect the other week when Vlad asked him, Kim and Kanye, why is a man asking another man about another man? And that man ain't there. DL Hughley's not Kanye West's cousin. He's nowhere close to Kanye West. So why would DJ Vlad ask this man about a man and his wife? You see how disrespectful that is? And how utterly disrespectful the whole public has been to Kanye while he's fighting for his family?
Like I said, my whole stance is I wish you, just like the former president we have, if he was off of Twitter and keep it private, I think no one will really know. But it's like kind of like the Lakers. If you watch the Lakers and watching Sports Center, like if the Lakers do good, great, that's one game. They do bad, everybody goes for 1 week off that bad game, and that's how our media is, which is we're looking at the bad. There's some stuff he's saying that's correct. I want my kid on social media. That's fine. But like I said before, Kardashian is a brand now, and that brand wants to get money.
I'll say this. I would understand and I would agree with you, Dave. And those who say that it shouldn't be on social media. But no, what shouldn't be on social media is his child, because he said she shouldn't be on social media. And this woman can't even respect those boundaries that this man has set for his child. I would put all her business out on social media.
What he do?
I would put all of her business out. I would air her ass out on social media. Until you get my daughter off of TikTok, like I said, I'll air her out.
Yep.
I wouldn't be keeping it private. You got my daughter shaking her ass on TikTok. We got to really watch, man. And that's the reason I wanted to come on today and talk about this in particular, because we really got to watch what's going on, man. It's always a sleight of hand. It's always a shell game. It's that 3-card money shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That somebody always trying to hide. So I want to talk about this not text message, but this post from Kanye West, because after DL went on to do the DJ Vlad thing and basically saying the man is a stalker, and they made this man seem real dangerous. Like this man has done something. I mean, DL brought up restraining orders, saying the only reason he doesn't have a restraining order is because he got hundreds of millions of dollars and 20 hits. If he wasn't a producer, he wouldn't be getting no pussy. I mean, this man went in on this dude. So y'all go watch that interview. Y'all just go on YouTube and look it up. DL on Kanye. DL on Kanye. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Real foul, real bitch made ass shit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That's a fuck nigga move in my opinion. But anyway, Kanye West then comes out. Excuse me. Oh, we're gonna stop letting practicing drug addict, we're gonna stop letting practicing drug addicts be used by leftists to Willie Lynch our future black people with our own opinion, are not allowed to speak in public. I am the glitch. DL, God does not like you. You do not have favor. Your family hates you. I would hate to be related to somebody who used to be famous. Now you just known as the broke pawn. At least Oprah got billions, allegedly. Come on, leftists. Y'all got to do better than DL. This Ye, bring the real smoke, baby. Show your real face. Charlemagne just don't hit the same. Do we? Who y'all gonna get now? God is with us. And you saying DL to be against us? You've lost. No brilliant Hebrews will bow to y'all no more. Only dumb, drug-addicted house niggas. Don't play me. Don't play me and don't play with God. Anybody related to DL, call Chris McLean at Adidas for Yeezys. They not free though. We running a business over here. He just getting ran. You see Skeet missing work. Anybody else want to play with me? Please, 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 for the love of God, come and get me. Let's see how it turns out. And Claudia Jordan, shout out to Claudia Jordan. She said, not a period, not a comma, just one straight sentence. And I thought that was some less than savory shit to be the first comment under there. So I responded, Claudia, I see you learned a lot about grammar on The Price is Right. Not talking. Bob Barker with that little skinny microphone on your ass. Shut up, hoes. Hey, you know Bob Barker had that microphone, a microphone like this. Hey, anyway, I had to clap back on it like that because I just didn't like that being the first thing. You're gonna talk about the man grammar. You know what I'm saying? What kind of bitch ass shit is that? Nothing about the message.
And the grammar when we tried to get our point out.
So keep in mind, nobody asked Ye about DL. Nobody said, Ye, what you think about DL? And then Ye came out with this scathing reproach of DL, right? DL started this, correct? In which we already know DL's a Democrat. He's a Democratic pawn. So then DL responds. Let's see here. All right, so this is DL Hughley's response. Ain't it weird? Hashtag Kanye supposedly has all these goons who will kill for him, but not one of them will go get his prescriptions filled. Here's a thought. While you're on your way to kill me in Calabasas, how about somebody drop by CVS and pick up your Xanax? Pick up his Xanax. LOL. Team DL. Classless, baseless, filth, in my opinion. Now, if this was a white person suffering from mental illness, DL Hughley is probably DL Hughley's a nigga saying pray for Ukraine right now. He one of them niggas. You see what I'm saying? So if this was anybody else going through a mental breakdown, they would have DL Hughley on talking about mental health and how important mental health is. But then you got these tweets. You got this side of him. Then he comes back. Ain't no way in hell I'd ever be scared of a dude who wears I know what you did last summer boots. Team DL. That was kind of funny. Then he comes back.
That was funny.
Hashtag Kanye. It's just too bad that you acting like a nut won't stop Pete from busting one. That'll get your motherfucking ass punched in your face. That'll get you punched in your face next time I see you.
Just FYI, DL is known for them clapbacks back in the 90s. I remember those on BET.
Yeah.
He's known for those clapbacks.
Yeah, sissies use. Oh, did I say that? Oh, I'll take that out. Certain type of guys are usually known for having. They're usually known for having clapback skills. Similar to women. That's all I'll say on that. I'm sorry. I messed up. But yeah, DL clap back, but DL don't have no couth when he claps back. DL clap back below the belt. See, you talking about that will get you punched in your face. And then you're going to want to say, this man crazy, or somehow he's violent. You see what I mean? The words are violent, man.
Yeah.
The words are violent. That's why I put the crown on Kim and the devil horns on Kanye, because that's how we trying to play my man right now. And I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And I'm going to tell black men out here, don't think for 1 second Kanye West isn't a proxy for your black ass. Just like Bill Cosby was one for you.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah.
How was that case even brought up? Oh my God. They didn't even have no evidence.
You say what?
Talking about for Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Dude, Bill Cosby was
They
a
went
proxy
all the
for
way
us
back.
too.
They didn't have no evidence on this man. If they had evidence, he wouldn't never be able to get out. That whole case, how you going to, if you really looked at the case, he made a deal with the DA, never to bring this up and everything. Then the other DA that had beef with him went and unsealed what they had already previously agreed on and tried to make something out of nothing.
Hey, well, that shit just went to the highest court in the land the other day, and they shot it down. So Bill Cosby is officially a free man, and he's officially vindicated. So Mark LaMoise Hill all these other talking heads that are basically pawns set against the black man in this country. See, when I'm
like I
listening
say,
to
for a good lawyer, get you out of anything.
when I'm listening to these D.L. Hughley's and these Mark Lamont Hills and all these, feminine metrosexual ass dudes talking for us, but then they like to claim they like to talk about us. Let's talk about D.L. Hughley, man, because didn't he have some kind of shit where he was saying domestic violence was cool and women should just shut the fuck up and all that? Wasn't he saying some shit like that? They had a whole petition to get him offline. Perhaps this is his
I don't
penance.
know about that one. I have to Google that one.
Perhaps this is penance. I got it right here. 3,098 people signed a petition. D.L. Hughley must publicly apologize for endangering the lives of black women who may be victims of domestic violence by encouraging them to remain silent. This was years ago. Y'all can look the story up, and he apologized in essence. He had like a 4-page letter. I'm not getting ready to read it.
Wasn't that part of a joke or something like that? Or was he like being serious in an interview?
It was part of a joke.
Jokes was like, I stay with this guy here, and at least I want, or if I go to the other person, I get knocked out. Something like that. Like, wasn't it a joke he made like back in the day?
Yeah.
Or was this like a part of an interview?
Nah, this is like a joke.
Yeah, I remember that joke.
Yeah.
It's like, I better stick it out with Tyrone, even though he treats me bad or cheat on me, but the other guy beats me, I'll just stick with that or something like that. I'll stick with the other guys or shit like that.
Right.
It's an old joke. I think I had to look it on BET. I remember that joke.
He liked to comment a lot on women's issues. I'm just saying, anytime you find a dude that always got something to say about women's issues, man, you got to kind of side eye what's going on. That's my.
You a little too opinionated.
He a little too opinionated when it come to women's issues, and then he kind of real mean to the women because he shut down his co-host on that. Asking her did she need like a hot water bottle or something. It was weird, man. It was weird. So this man is not really the guy that should be speaking up for women. See, where's this coming from? I believe it's his penance. I believe, his career was waning. His influence was waning. And, he got his little show that's barely holding on by a string. And he just wanted to, when he lost that step, he had to make up ground. That's how they do you, man. They'll let you stay, but they're going to make you do some shit like Nick Cannon do, and you got to cape extra hard for him. You're going to have to become a tool of the agenda in order to keep your paycheck.
Yeah. So Whoopi's another one that just got suspended.
Oh man, Whoopi became the face.
I mean, she had the same thing too.
She became the face of anti-Semitism overnight, bro.
Yeah.
Quick. Some Dave, I'm glad you brought that up, Dave. I'm glad you brought that up, man, because you're gonna make me have to play Whoopi's Wake Up, man. Hold on one sec, man. I gotta play Whoopi's Wake Up, man. This Whoopi's Wake Up, man, with the real Mr. Goldberg.
Everything I did for you. I did it because I love you. Thought you felt the same way about me.
Me? Love you? Yet you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak.
Poor Whoopi. Poor Whoopi.
Yeah, she's her political views is she vote blue no matter who instead of challenging. It's the craziest thing.
Right.
It's if you ever seen I don't know anybody's personal views. Look at the interview she had with Bernie Sanders when he was running again, and he was leading in the polls, and her response was, "Well, aren't you splitting the party again? Aren't you splitting the party again?" Other than challenging, like, hey, the candidates are not good. It's one of those things where we just pushing the guy over. If another person's like that, another comedian, Stephen Colbert, another person like that, which is they're pushing They're pushing the guy over no matter what, other than saying, "Hey, we have legit problems." But that's another story, and I'm sorry to get on that tangent.
No, man. You don't come on a lot, man. So whatever you want. Look, this Sunday afternoon, man. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. We ain't on no strict regimen. So yeah, let's let the conversation roll. You feel me?
Right. So,
nah, I'm with you.
I think, like I said before, with D.L. Hughley is one of those things which is I don't know. Like, me, and like I said before, just going back to the Kanye thing, which is, it's just my personal belief, which is I think that he needs to be quiet and lawyer up. And because he's about to be in a real dogfight. And him going on Twitter, he should say, I have a problem with her being on here, and get a lawyer. The lawyers should take care of all this. It should be on Instagram or anything like that.
Right.
Keep your head down. He has the most to lose out of this whole situation, unfortunately.
But
and
let me tell you,
go ahead.
Something you ain't paying attention to. If you ever paid attention to Kanye West and the stories about Kanye West got it, but he ain't in love with it like a lot of other folks are. You understand what I'm saying? He liked the money, but I've seen stories of him just give folks stuff. Like that story about how he was doing a studio session, and the guy that was just doing, I think he was cleaning up or something, he came in there and said something and inspired Kanye to do something on a beat or something, and he gave that dude rights on the song too. He gave him a point or something.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that.
I mean, a lot of people do a lot of things out of philanthropy. So, I mean, Bill Gates gave up half his money and got it right back like next year. You know, so I'm not saying he's not a nice guy. I never met Kanye. I've never met the cute day in my life. He can be the nicest guy in the world. I'm just saying, from an outside perspective, looking in, coming from a black agenda that had a fight to get your kid, you have to. It's all about receipts. At the end of the day, no matter what we say, the receipts are there.
Right.
And she's a lawyer, so she's not. I mean, I say she's officially a lawyer, but she's in school with lawyers, or she's rubbing elbows with lawyers.
Right.
And there's a public opinion saying that you're crazy. We have evidence of saying you're crazy. You can roll the reality shows of Kim Kardashians all day, but they don't show anything erratic saying that yes, she's in danger to the family, in danger to the kids. Because that's gonna be another thing too. The kids have their own lawyer, and they're saying, well, you seem to be in danger. Now, if he would have said, hey, I have the one thing he did say on camera in an interview, he says, I have a strict schedule with my kids. I pick them up from school. I'm there to do the homework. I do playtime with them. That's why I got the house across the street from them.
Right.
He said that on an interview, saying this is what I do, and I feel him on that. He needs to get on that kind of tip and saying this is what I do, and I continue to keep doing this. If she wants me to be out of her personal life, fine. But I need to be part of my kid's life at all costs, and this is what I'm willing to do for it.
I can't be mad at that right there.
No, exactly. That's
facts. That's what
facts.
he has to get on.
That's facts, Super Day. That's facts. Now, whether that's really going to happen or not, I don't know. Because
that's why I was saying, if I knew Kanye West and, you know what I'm saying, and had to keep it real with, I said, man, you're getting out of line. This is going to be a dog fight. You think you got money.
And all the time, but I mean, at the end of the day, he is his own man, and you got to think about this. This is his first real situation that's really like out of his control, if you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying?
It's not out of your control unless you make it out of your control.
It's the man's family.
Here's the thing. Here's one thing. The marriage isn't working out. Okay, it happens to everybody. The marriage didn't work out. But you can always say, my whole main job is to be a parent. And as long as you can present yourself being a parent and can fight for that and say, this is what I want to do. I want to have a strict schedule, and this is what I want to do. My lawyers talk to her lawyer, and we'll talk it out. It don't have to go to social media. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who's around him.
No, I agree with what you're saying on that. I agree with you saying on that particular point. What I'm saying is this is his first battle with the situation and not knowing what to do or how to. It's his first real situation. a real life situation that I see that he have to really deal. Well, no, I ain't gonna say first. Second. This the second. With his mom dying, I think that would probably be the first.
Right.
Right.
But doing it with that no solid foundation that you used to dealing with to lean on too.
This is why you need a strong team around you.
I mean, he's under pressure, no doubt. But I'm just feeling like he's being painted as. It's funny. It's a strange dynamic, man, because Kanye West is being painted as the villain and the victim, and Kim Kardashian is being painted as a victim. Pete Davidson is being painted as a victim. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's man, I don't know. Like I said, we're getting a little too comfortable.
How about this? If Kanye never tweeted or said anything about the situation other than we're getting divorced, and all this is going behind the scenes, will you think you get painted crazy or not?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Well, just repeat that, Dave. I'm sorry. I had some.
All I'm saying is all the stuff that he's tweeting out, all the crazy stuff he's saying. If he wouldn't have said anything other than saying we're getting divorced and we'll keep things private between me and Kim, and all the stuff was happening behind the scenes, do you think he'd be painted as a villain?
I think I
still be trying. Yeah.
I still think they would try to paint him as a villain. But you know, right now, every time his chick goes out with this damn cretin, they taking pictures and posting that shit everywhere. What is he supposed to do? Just like, you know, retire to his hermitage and not say shit? His daughter all on social media. I mean, what's he supposed to do?
He's supposed to fight the social media with the kid. This is what you got lawyers for. You don't tell garbage men to go be a doctor. That's just my opinion. So when in doubt, you have a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You got a lawyer, you lawyer up, and you have your lawyers go fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got money. You're not the lack of funds. This isn't me or you fighting towards a $10 million woman or a $100 million woman. This is a $6 billion guy, one guy going against a millionaire. That's all it is. You got the money. Let the lawyers get the best lawyers in there, and you fight, and that's it. Let it go.
Right. Well,
no lawyer's going to say you go on social media and say, yeah, you're doing what you're doing. That's working. No, they're not.
Right. V-Lane said that's what it is. He's not in control of the situation, and he's having tantrums. That's what it looks like to me.
That's what it looks like. And guess what? You get your right team, and I keep saying this, it's a right team situation. As long as he keeps doing this constantly and responding, blah, 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 like this looks bad. This is like he's not a controlled person. When in doubt, he'll get the 2 weeks, get the visit every 2 weeks thing, other than him saying, hey, I have a friend of mine, he has his kid for 1 week, and then the kid goes back to the mother the same week, but they agree on the same school.
Man, he live across the street.
So
he live why they trying street. To look, man? Why she trying to act like he's stalking her, man? He's literally trying to maintain the proximity to his kids. That's obviously what he's doing because he got a bad bitch that look better than Kim.
And legally, that's what's going to happen anyway. Even when they split up and it's all said and done, you cannot even go so many miles of living within each other. So if they live in Wyoming, they can't. You know what I'm saying? They can't leave the state of Wyoming.
Right.
So they're stuck together. That's law. That's going. No matter what happens, whatever happens between Kim and Kanye, they're gonna be stuck together no matter what within so many miles.
Yeah, I still think Pete gonna have to eventually tote that ass whooping, even though we might not see it. But Pete might get in. He might be with her for a while. They might get married, and it might be old Christmas where they done been cool for a minute, and then Pete would go on catch that work. That's what my guess is.
I hate to say this about a woman, but how many times she's been married? Was it number 3 or number 4?
I like number 4, number 5. I mean, look.
Yeah,
man.
She's out there competing with Jennifer Lopez right now. There's something going wrong with her and Halle Berry. There's something going on out there.
Look,
old head told me and say, "You too pretty to be doing all these kind of movements."
They done ran more pipe through that motherfucker than New York City, my nigga.
Oh yeah.
The New York City sewer and water works.
Well, Mike,
And-
I gotta go. I'm gonna finish up this cooking I gotta do. I got my daughter here.
Yeah,
I gotta
man.
do all this cooking and cleaning, but I'll still be listening to the podcast. God, nice meeting you, sir. Hope y'all have a nice day.
Hey, man, you too, man. Super Dave in the building. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, later.
Later. That's Super Dave in the building, man. That's my nigga from way, way, way back, man. Me and Super Dave go back like 20 years around this mug, man. That's my dude, man. Say, I wonder what's in that prenuptial agreement. We will see. We'll be hearing about it. Not running Elizabeth Taylor style. Yeah, number 4. Number 4 marriages, man. So obviously she's not marriage material. And she's showing it. But that was just my thoughts on it, man. You still there, Corman? Is the guy there? Is he gone, the guy?
I'm here.
Oh, you here? Okay, okay. Yeah, but I was just, I was wondering why nobody's questioning her mental health right now. Why is she the one moving right
That's a
now?
good question.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying
That's
anything
a
about Kim
good
right
question.
now.
That is a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't even have an answer for you on that.
No, it's no answer. You know, a lot of questions I ask on here, there's really no answer. That's why we don't get into too many arguments about who's right or wrong, because there's really no answer to most of the questions. But I just feel like you got D.L.
It is a
Hughley who's
que-
injecting
It is a
himself
good
into it.
question to be asked.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's
Matter of
just
fact,
going
it's
off.
a wonderful question to be asked.
There's so many psychiatrists out here and pseudo psychiatrists. That's why I had to say what I said to Claudia Jordan. You're a grammar teacher. You know what I'm saying? Stop pointing out the fault. You got to stop pointing out what they say. Stop pointing out the speck in your neighbor's eye without ignoring the plank in your own. Isn't that what they say?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Throwing stones, living in a glass house, same concept, right? You throwing stones, but you live in a glass house. Everybody's overreacted if they've been in a relationship or a marriage at some point in time, especially when it's going down and falling apart like this. And you got a little nigga that look like the shit off Lord of the Rings with some fingernail polish, texting you talking about he in the bed with your wife in the middle of the night and shit like that. Some little dude with pimples around his mouth. Still got the pizza face. You in your 40s, Pete. What's going on? 30s, however old you are. What's going on? 28, whatever, however old. I don't even know how old the guy is. You can never really tell how old some people are. Oh shit! What you got going on? What you playing, the Lion King soundtrack? Hakuna Matata? But anyway, man, look, I just came on, man, to talk about this for the night. Like I said, be careful. Don't take any wooden nickels, man. Don't believe the hype. Y'all stop going against Ye publicly. Black women, stop going against a dude because you think he only like white women. Let me just go and tell you, Ye like women. I think Ye just like women, period. He's had them all, black, white, whatever, and he's with a black woman now. And, you got black women that are admitting what's going on and basically condemning this dude because he likes white women. Damn. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, that I'm burping and all type of stuff, man. It's about time to get up out of here. Corman, Guy, are you still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any last thoughts?
Well, no. I'm just glad you asked the question. Period.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that question out there, man. I'm gonna be the one that's on this side of history. I think she's the one that has mental illness. She might be going through a midlife crisis or some kind of postpartum depression or something. There's something of that nature going on. Because if you truly want to move on, there's no need to be defiant when the man is asking for his daughter. And let's keep it a buck. This has something to do with the daughter's safety. And see, letting the kid get on TikTok at that age, that actually could be a form of bad parenting at this point in time. That could be an indicator of bad parenting. But nobody's thinking about that. That's a high-profile kid. So you don't really want everybody having access to her like that on a social media type of tip at this age. The Carters aren't doing it with Blue Ivy. So why would you be doing it with Northwest? That's all I got tonight, man. Any last words, brother?
No, like I said, I'm just glad that you brought up the question, and it'll have it ringing in people's head, and that'll give them a chance to at least see it from a different perspective, because the media drives the narrative. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And no one ever thought to look at it from a different perspective. They always just go with what they're told to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I say, if Pete thought he was crazy, you wouldn't have texted no motherfucker you really thought was crazy talking about I'm in bed with your wife.
Right.
That ain't something you do to somebody you scared of.
Right.
Man.
That definitely was something he tried to that's what man you gonna say that to and not expect a response from? Come on, man. You trying to poke this man.
Right. But that wife comment, I'm not an attorney, but that wife saying I'm in bed with your wife, that might be some shit that can really be evidence, man. Yay, look at that. If you're listening to this show, Yay, first of all, like, share, and subscribe. If you're listening, Yay. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford Yeezys yet, man, but I'm about to get them. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get them. But for real, man, think about that, man. Think about that, because Pete actually said he was banging your wife. He didn't say he was banging the recently emancipated Armenian Kim Kardashian. He said he was banging you in the bed with your wife. So what? During all this, where your kids? It's just all type of things to ask. Man, Carmen, I appreciate you for joining the show, brother. We'll catch up later.
Good deal, young man. Good deal.
All right, brother. Peace out, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the guy.
Yes, sir.
We got that guy in the building. Northwest already was walking through the house, went live and was walking through the house before. We saw her get scolded for that. Exactly. So, a lot of that, man, just wants, you got to look at it from a safety standpoint when it comes to why this man doesn't want his daughter on TikTok. I don't think he's asking anything unreasonable, but, go figure. Man, y'all like, subscribe, and share this video, man. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Big Mike Drop channel. Catch us every Thursday night at 8 p.m., man. We come with lives, and I throw a live and sprinkle a live in every now and then in the middle of the week. I'd like to shout out and salute to all our callers. Mike from Buffalo, man, came bringing the heat, man. I've never heard that brother before, but Mike, we're glad you came by the Big Mike Drop. Hey, Gil, I appreciate you for joining as well. Like I said, and I thank you and Noble for inspiring me this morning to go ahead and get up and let's talk about it, man. So this your boy Big Mike. I'm out. Peace out.